The cameras flashed for decades. The crowds roared. But her most profound moment, it happened quietly, right behind closed hospital doors. Welcome to the Starscope Report.
Yeah, join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
Right. From red carpet surprises to social media controversies,
Yeah.
we dive deep into the stories behind the fame. And today's deep dive is based on a headline that really just stopped us in our tracks. It's Dolly Parton revealed her final selfless act.
It is so wild. I mean, imagine having virtually infinite wealth and the world's best doctors right at your fingertips.
Right.
And knowing your time is up, you could demand the absolute best palliative care and just, fade out peacefully in luxury.
Oh, absolutely. No one would blink an eye.
Exactly. But instead, she chose to spend her final days as a human test subject for experimental drugs.
Which is just, it defies everything we expect from a global icon.
Yeah, it really does.
We're looking at someone whose public brand was built on, larger-than-life glitz and comfort. But the reality of her final weeks at the Vanderbilt-Ingram Cancer Center stands in this stark, almost jarring contrast.
Right, because the timeline here is pretty sobering. We know she passed away after a brief battle with cancer at age 80. But then days later, her sister Stella Parton revealed this highly guarded secret. She said Dolly specifically asked her medical team to test unproven experimental cancer drugs on her.
Even after they confirmed there was zero hope for her survival.
Yes, exactly. Purely to help future patients.
See, that's the part that gets me. I always compare it to planting a tree knowing you'll never sit in its shade.
That is a great way to put it.
But wait, experimental drugs are notoriously brutal on the body. Are you saying she actively chose harsher side effects in her final days just for data collection?
That is what the medical records imply.
Wow.
Yeah, when we talk about terminal patients accessing experimental drugs under the Right to Try Act, usually those patients are fighting tooth and nail for a miracle cure.
Right, they want to survive.
Exactly. But Dolly's situation was fundamentally different. She wasn't fighting for a cure for herself.
Oh, wow.
By taking these drugs, she was allowing researchers to monitor her biomarker reactions and test toxicity limits in a failing system.
So she's basically giving researchers a biological control map.
Yes, exactly that.
She's letting them see exactly how a human body processes a new chemical,
Yeah.
which helps them refine the dosage so it doesn't harm the next person who takes it.
Right, because phase 1 clinical trials are mostly about safety and dosage, not efficacy.
Yeah.
And finding patients willing to endure severe nausea, fatigue, or, neurological side effects of an untested compound without the promise of a cure is incredibly rare.
I can imagine.
Her baseline physical data gave researchers a direct window into cellular toxicity that you simply cannot replicate in a lab setting.
It's just unbelievable. And that's not even the wildest part, because this final medical sacrifice perfectly mirrors her lifelong philanthropic track record.
Oh, yeah. It's a very clear pattern.
If you're loving these Hollywood twists and deep dives, make sure you're subscribed. We've got even crazier stories ahead.
You definitely want to hit subscribe. But yeah, looking back to 2020, her actions suddenly make a lot more sense.
The $1 million donation.
Exactly. She gave $1 million to Vanderbilt that funded the early stage research for the Moderna COVID vaccine.
Which was huge.
It really was, because institutional grants from the government can take months or even years to clear red tape.
Right? All the bureaucracy.
Yeah. Dolly's money acted as immediate seed funding. It allowed researchers to bypass the waiting period and immediately start synthesizing the specific lipid nanoparticles needed to deliver the mRNA into human cells.
So she basically bought them time. In pandemic terms, buying time means saving lives.
Exactly.
And she repeated that exact model in 2022 with another $1 million grant for pediatric infectious diseases.
Yes, she did.
Funding that unglamorous early-stage lab work that eventually attracts bigger federal dollars.
Right. Her philanthropy always targeted the foundational level.
Like the My People Fund.
Yes. Following the 2016 wildfires, it didn't just rebuild community centers.
Right. It gave $10,000 directly to the bank accounts of affected families.
Yeah.
So they could survive the immediate aftermath.
Which is just direct, immediate impact. And then you have her imagination library.
Oh, I love that program.
It physically mails books to children from birth to age 5.
Wiring the neural pathways for early childhood literacy before formal schooling even begins.
Exactly.
Later in the deep dive, we'll talk about the shocking twist nobody saw coming about her final request. But first, it's fitting how science has a way of echoing her impact, even unintentionally.
Oh, you mean the sheep?
Yes. Looking through the biological research sources, you can't escape the fact that the world's first cloned mammal in 1997, a sheep, was named Dolly.
Right, because the scientist took a somatic cell from a sheep's mammary gland to create that clone.
Right.
And given her famous figure, the researchers found the name fitting.
Which is kind of hilarious.
It is. But beyond the cheeky tribute, she embraced it.
She did.
She realized that if her name brought mainstream attention to a massive leap in genetics, it was a net positive.
Well, even the Director General of the World Health Organization paid tribute to her.
Yeah, they didn't call her an ambassador of science just for her money. It was for her lifelong willingness to champion medical advancement.
Which brings us back to those final days in the hospital.
Right.
She spent her life funding science, lending her name to genetics, and finally offering her own body to test toxicity.
It's a lot.
But stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next, because when it came to the very end, her nephew, Brian Seaver, revealed she had one incredibly simple, personal request.
Yeah, this part is just so touching. She asked to rest in a bed of plush cotton.
Plush cotton.
Oh, yeah. Her reasoning was that after a lifetime of wearing heavy rhinestones and restrictive costumes for the public, she finally deserved to just be comfortable.
Oh, wow. After a life of wearing heavy rhinestones, she finally deserved comfort. That just completely reorients how we view legacy.
It really does. We celebrate the platinum records and the sold-out stadiums. But perhaps the modern medical establishment relies far more than we realize on the hidden, painful sacrifices of the dying to cure the living.
That is such a profound thought. Next time you take a life-saving medication, you have to wonder whose quiet, uncelebrated sacrifice behind closed doors made that cure possible.
Absolutely.
You've been listening to The Starscope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.